It is over.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Insiders Wrestling Podcast. And we are thrilled to be with you this evening on a Wednesday night. Welcome to everybody who has joined us this evening. We're excited to have you. It's a little bit of a different direction for the show. We are changing things up a bit, right? Like Vince McMahon likes to say. Time to change things up a bit, and we're going to do that as well. We had some ideas kind of swirling around between Jeff and myself, and we kind of thought that we needed to just do some things a little bit different. Do some things a little bit different than maybe they are and in other places, and maybe we've been hearing in other places that we're not necessarily fond of. So, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to keep it a fun and exciting and positive place as much as we can. There's enough negativity out there in wrestling, and letting it trickle in here kind of was making it not so fun anymore. So we're going to change things up a little bit. So welcome, and we're glad that you can join us tonight. And we hope you stick around because we got an exciting show for you. We have, of course, Gary Cassidy. We'll start our show off with some of the latest news and such. He has about a 10-minute audio clip that he sent in. So we're happy to have a clip from him, and he will be talking about all the latest stuff that's going on. Probably going to hear something a little bit about Mickie James in there as well. So excited to have that. And then we're going to go to a new segment of the show. And the new segment is going to be our favorite moments from the past week of wrestling. So going all the way back to when we first started the show. And we are going to, it was the very first episode, actually, we were doing a week in review. Kind of like that, but with a positive spin on it, where we're going to talk about the things that we like most. So the things that we saw that we really loved in the last week of wrestling. And we can go all the way back to, I know Jeff and I didn't get to watch a lot of the stuff tonight. So so you guys can fill us in. I know Regal had some exciting announcements and stuff tonight. I know TakeOver was announced earlier today. We had a lot of wrestling news earlier today. We'll cover that a little bit as well. So welcome to all of those who are here. KJ Carter, shout out to you. It is one day before KJ Carter's birthday. So happy birthday to you ahead of time, and hope you enjoy your day tomorrow. Sean Aker is here. He says hello, and to everyone else joining the chat. Yes, C is here, and of course, you're off Fall Guys. Of course he is. When C is not doing wrestling stuff and Fiend stuff, he is playing Fall Guys. So there you go. Gust1227 is here. Hello to you, man. Trini says, all Black Lives Matter. Hey, guys, popping in to say hi and drop a like, but off to bed. Feeling off today. Have fun. Oh, thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Yes. But that is the thing we're going to do tonight. So a little bit different. We're also going to have you guys give us our debate topics for tonight. So the debate is yours. You control the debate and what we are going to talk about during that segment tonight, because it is our last debate segment for our show. We're going to end that segment, replace it with some other stuff. And what we may do is we may end up making that its own show at some point. We may, if you guys like that, we may just end up making that its own show, maybe a smaller show, like kind of a half an hour thing or something along those lines. We'll see. Obviously, when my co-host Jeff gets through with all of his moving and everything that he's been working on over the past couple of weeks. So with that, without further ado, Jeff, new week, new show, new flavor, man. Excited?
Yeah, excited. I'm a little bit exhausted at the same time because of everything that I'm trying to do at the moment. But yeah, excited for a new direction and being a little bit different. So definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And again, if you don't change, you're stagnant, and sometimes being stagnant means being bored and being not doing so fun. So I'm not having so much fun, rather. So yeah, so we're gonna change things up a little bit. Gus says it's Gust is cool. Remember? Oh yeah, Gust is. Of course I remember. Brandon Barnes, hello to you. Says hey guys. C says you guys should do a show for an individual topic. Would help be discovered in YouTube search. Yeah, we could always look into doing stuff like that. Absolutely. Again, we're always looking to change things and always looking to do some different stuff. So I guess we will start off with Gary. Jeff, why don't we do that? And then when we come back, we will get on with the show. We're also going to do a little thing with our sponsor tonight. So our potential sponsor, I should say. And we're going to do a little thing about Manscaped on the show as well. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we will start off with Gary, Cassidy, and some news. Jeff, how about we start the show there?
Hey guys, so yeah, let's start off by talking about that Mickie James incident, because man, it's obviously not been the biggest news story of the week, but maybe the most confusing. Of course, we all saw what happened. That match was one I was very much looking forward to. Big fan of Asuka, big fan of Mickie James. Have been a little bit critical of the use of Mickie James since her return, but it's always nice to see her in the ring, and yeah, at least we got to see that. However, the end of the match, the referee throughout the match was slightly dubious, was the one thing I would say. It wasn't the smoothest of performances by any means. A few little things kind of caught me out on it, but obviously the major thing was the end. So, still not entirely sure what happened. There's a few stories floating about out there. For anyone that didn't see it, essentially Mickie James was caught in a variation of the Asuka lock, managed to reverse it, and then the referee called for the bell. There's a wonderful screenshot online where the referee, after calling for the bell, goes back to both performers, and the submission move is still locked in, and Mickie James has got her arms out like, what's going on? but yeah, a couple of things happened after that. I think it was Mick Foley and Lance Storm both put up that they think the referee spotted a dislocated shoulder. Mickie James actually liked those tweets, and then Wrestling Inc. put up that they'd contacted Mickie James, and apparently, I think what the explanation there was the referee thought she was unconscious for a minute, or for not for a minute obviously, but for a moment. Yeah, who knows? Either way, I hope they play it into storyline. I hope we see more of Mickie James. I wouldn't mind a rematch of that match by any means at all, but I like what they're doing with Zelina Vega, so it wouldn't be too bad an idea if Mickie James moved on to another rivalry and, Zelina Vega did, because there's a lot of women on Raw right now, and Mandy Rose is obviously joined as well. A lot of people they can use there. So yeah, confusing ending. Annoying, because, it's those kind of matches, you want it to just be as clean a match as possible, because we know they can put on a good match. But yeah, I guess those kind of things happen in wrestling. It's why we love it, it's why we hate it, it's why we're always talking about it. And another big news story this week, of course, sadly, I just missed out on talking about this with you guys last week, but it was Miro, it was Rusev joining up with AEW. He's got his official bit of merch now, and yeah, what a pickup. For me, a lot of people are moaning, going, oh, it's another WWE guy. For me, complete opposite. The fact that he is a WWE guy makes me excited to see him in AEW. The reason for that being, no one has ever seen Rusev or Miro on a non-WWE wrestling show until last week. His entire career, apart from a few matches at the start in the local independent promotions, his entire career on television has been in WWE. Now, I think they used him really well at some points. Obviously, they missed the boat on several occasions to make him that next big star, which I think he was ready-made for it. Dominant in the ring. We later found out it could be very entertaining. Sold a whole lot of merch. And yeah, he just looked the part for me. He looked like someone that could be pushed as a main eventer. For me, I think that's the most exciting thing, because we know what he can do, but we kind of didn't see it. Whereas now in AEW, if he doesn't get used right, there's going to be a lot of questions because he's a guy that we've always said, how could WWE drop the ball on him? For me, we'll see what he does. He's a complete blank canvas, and they've just released some merch for him. We'll see if that sells out, and and if the powers that be maybe question if they made enough, because that was the rumour that floated about with Vince McMahon. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, I'm really excited to see him, see what he does tonight. Obviously, you guys will probably chat about that a little bit. But yeah, really exciting stuff. And of course, we mentioned the AEW Wednesday Night Wars. It is back to being Wednesday nights. It'll be really exciting, I should say, to see what the viewership is like this week. Because man, what a good score for AEW last week. What a win on the ratings with 1 million. I know they were on different nights, but man, that's insane. And yeah, NXT hitting out all the big ones tonight. We've got a lot of big matches, but the big news that came out before NXT hit the air, Wade Barrett is back. I'm afraid we've got some good news. He's back for a little while. He's going to be back for 1 year. Justin Barrasso from Sports Illustrated has reported. He got that from the man himself, so no reason not to believe it. We have Justin Barrasso reporting that it's a 1 year contract, but there's the option of extension there. No further details on how long that extension would be, or any kind of other details, aside from that it will see Wade Barrett on every week of NXT and every NXT takeover. Now, the downfall here is we don't know what it means for NWA. Was he ever under contract? Has his contract expired? You would have to think we won't see him on both shows. But yeah, really exciting. I know a lot of people were upset with Mauro Ranallo leaving. I think this will help ease that pain. For me, Wade Barrett's brilliant, and yeah, who knows, maybe they'll convince him to do one more match down the line. That would be great. But yeah, really exciting stuff. Can't wait to hear him on NXT going forward. And yeah, the last thing we should mention, one little rumour that came out this week, is that WWE, at the end of their contract for the Thunderdome, might possibly be looking at outdoor shows in the Florida region. So that could be really interesting, because we know a certain company that's doing outdoor shows with fans in a Florida region right now, in Jacksonville. I wouldn't imagine that's where the WWE would go. You wouldn't think it'd be Jacksonville. But yeah, this was reported from WrestleVotes. And it's important to note that we've spoken about it a few times. WWE's tenure in the Thunderdome is a minimum of 2 months. So we are, I believe, about a month in now. That's insane. Seems like time's flying, but I think we're about a month in now. October, I think this runs until. Be interesting to see, because I know that they use a contractor, I think it's called the Famous Group, for all the screens, all the kind of production hardware, as it were. So I don't think that's an outright purchase they've made. They wouldn't be losing any money unless they've got a longer contract with the group. I don't think they would have. But it'll be interesting to see, because I think the Thunderdome's actually going really well now. I think they've ironed out a lot of the early kinks. I think a lot of people are enjoying it. They've just brought out merchandise for it. So yeah, interesting to keep a wee note on that one. But the rumour is that they were on Raw and SmackDown in the same place. Just to, minimise everything. I don't think I need to go into all the things that would minimise by having it in the same place. But yeah, really interesting. We'll wait and see. That's something I've got absolutely zero knowledge on whatsoever. And yeah, I guess we'll see what happens there. Interesting. And man, if we start seeing fans back in wrestling buildings, we've seen the impact it can have from AEW. Obviously, there's a little bit of risk there, but if they can get through it risk-free, I'm all for it. Obviously, I'm the other side of the world. They're just starting to have NXT UK shows here with no crowd, so it's a long way off here, but yeah, as long as it can be done safely, I will be excited to see it. I'm a bit sceptical as whether they can do it safely, but let's hope for the best. And hope you guys have a great night as well. Hope you're all enjoying all the wrestling that you've just watched, but I've not, because we're still on this little time machine. But yeah, have a good one.
All right. Well, that was Gary Cassidy. So, of course, we always thank Gary for coming on with us. We know that he's a busy guy and he's got a lot on his plate, a lot of things to do with both his shows and of course, Sportskeeda and the things that he does, but not only his work as well. So, just glad that Gary can get us those clips over. Gary will, of course, be continuing to do that for us every week. So, he will have all of the latest points, news points, and things for you guys as well. So let's see who else has joined. We have Austin 316 in the chat. Hello to you. We have Eric Cannon. Hello to you. Jason Stoffer. Hello to you. And I think Jessi Calynn I saw join the chat. Hello, Jessi. I don't know why everybody's saying they're having issues. I kind of went on my YouTube on my phone while Gary was on and listened, and I didn't have anything. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But I really can't tell you. I didn't see anything on my end at all. It seemed like it was working fine. So I didn't run into any buffering, anything like that at all during Gary's entire segment. So I am not sure. I have heard that YouTube's having some problems, so it could be a YouTube issue. I really do not know. C says no issues. Good to hear. So there's Gary, and we are going to get right into it here. Again, we have a little bit of a different show. We're going to go over some of our favorite moments from wrestling, kind of like a week in review type deal. You've seen the sports shows do this, and we're going to do it too. Remember a sports show when I used to watch the football highlights and stuff like that? They would talk about some of these things as the big moments from the week. Well, these are our moments of the last week of wrestling. So now keep in mind, we didn't get to watch the shows tonight. So I make Wednesday my big podcasting night. So I have a full night of podcasting. I was doing my other show a little bit earlier. And then once we get done there, I pretty much have just the time to come right in and see you guys. So I did not see the show. So let us know what is going on with both of those shows during the chat. We could talk about that stuff too. All right, so there you see the graphic is up. Jeff, good enough to make that graphic today. Wow, he's going crazy trying to move. And yes, it looks fantastic. Thank you to Jeff as always. And you can see, yes, top 3 favorite moments of the week. Jeff, do you want to start us off here?
Sure, I will get us started off at number 3. I'm going to select Kiera Hogan winning last night on Impact. That was a really huge win for her over Taya Valkyrie, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what she does next, because I think she is definitely a star, and I just can't wait to see what happens next with her.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. There you go. And you know what? That's a great segue. Actually, I love the word segue now. I use it a lot in my 80s podcast. I don't know why. All of a sudden I'm in love with the word segue. But yes, that's a good segue. Look, Impact has been awesome. If you guys haven't been joining us for Impact Tuesday nights, please do. You will really enjoy it. I think it's been fantastic. The shows have been amazing. And last night was no different. I loved the show from start to finish. I was really looking forward to getting that RVD segment. We did not get it, but apparently it happened. I don't know how it happened or where it happened, but apparently it did happen because the segment was invaded by Sami Callihan. So I don't know if again, you guys can tell me this because I didn't have a chance to read up on this. I was looking for it a little bit, but I don't know who did it. And where it happened, but yeah, apparently Sami Callihan stopped the whole RVD segment, and we kind of figured it got censored out because they never showed it last night. So I don't know, but if you know, let me know. Yes, Eric's talking about Manscaped. Yes, we will get there. We will get there. We're going to talk them tonight too. Yes, because we have some stuff to go over with them. Yes, today is our official first day. We are giving you guys little teasers with our sponsor, but yes, we will get there. But thank you, Sunny Wolf. Hello. So my number 3. also comes from Impact, and mine was Rich Swann. So we got to see a fantastic promo last night by Rich Swann. I think this is amazing. I liked it ever since Slammiversary. Of course, he was taken out of Slammiversary by Eric Young, a returning Eric Young, kind of messed up his leg, and then of course we saw Rich Swann had to retire as well. And so we saw the storyline kind of playing out. He came down to the ring to a very somber group of people, kind of wishing him well and saying their goodbyes to him. And then that was it. It kind of disappeared. And then he returned last night. Cut a very good promo. And of course, now he was promised a match at their next pay-per-view. So very cool to see that. I absolutely am loving Impact Wrestling. Really, really loving it. I think they're just killing it, knocking it out of the park every single week. We're grading the shows and we're constantly saying 8s and 9s and stuff like that. And the chat is agreeing with us. Impact is just a heck of a lot of fun. And if you haven't been into it, if you haven't watched and you're around on a Tuesday night, please join us for Impact, because it is just a tremendous amount of fun. And that is my number 3 of the week. Jeff, what is your number 2 moment of the week?
So my number 2 moment of the week was seeing Matt Hardy give a promo in his own words, and tell everyone that he was going to take a little bit of time and rehab and get healthy and all of those things. Really glad that he's doing well, and just good to see him. And I'm really excited about what's next for him. So it was really good to see him and come out and again hear him saying what was going on with his body, and that was a really good thing, and really cool of him to shout out the fans and everything like he did. So that's my number 2 moment.
All right, again, Matt Hardy was obviously in the news all week last week, and yes, always great to see that he is back, that he looked well. We know what led to it, and we're not going to get back into that discussion again, but glad to see him come out, glad to see him give that promo, glad to see him say that he was going after the title. So that's very cool. Matt Hardy in the title picture in AEW would be awesome to see. So yes, I agree with you. My number 2... this was a tough choice for me, but my number 2 is a new puppet in the Funhouse. A new puppet in the Funhouse. A lot of people talked about it, and it was Wobbly Walrus. Yes. I absolutely love that. I love the entire thing. I was a little nervous because we didn't really know if we were going to get anything. We didn't see ads. We didn't see things. Things were getting pulled from shows and YouTube and all that kind of stuff, and we didn't know where it was going. And then we heard them advertise that they are going to have the new friend. And I love the whole thing. I thought it was all great. I know we talked about this on Abby's, but I love the whole thing. I love the dead parrot. I love the, Percy, poor Percy. Rest in peace, Percy, the person bringing parrot. Never made it out of the box. But yes, the Wobbly Walrus thing is absolutely amazing. I love it. Of course, making fun of Paul Heyman. Absolutely love that. And I'm trying to perfect the voice. Let's see. Wobbly Walrus. Ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. There's my walrus. We'll see. It might get better as we go, but yes. So I think that's going to be great. I love the ending when he's kind of between Vince McMahon and Wobbly Walrus at the end, and of course he puts his hands on his face like from Home Alone. And I just thought that was great, and the fact that it's to be continued, so we know we're all going to see something this week on SmackDown that is going to come of that. We don't know where it's going to go. Is that going to be an antagonizing puppet for Bray? Is it going to be, always kind of, keeping Funhouse Bray in check? Is it going to drive Funhouse Bray more crazy than he already is? It's certainly possible. Eric's saying I'm giving him nightmares again. Poor Eric and the wobbly walrus. He does not enjoy wobbly walrus. So yeah, I'm really curious to see where they go with this. Obviously, it looks like we might be leading up to something at Clash of Champions with Bray. No match announced, obviously, for him, but maybe, just maybe, we're gonna get a Fiend attack of someone. Maybe it's Paul Heyman, and oh man, would I love to see that. So that was my number 2 big moment of the week. Let's go to Jeff for his number 1. Jeff, what's your number 1?
So my number 1 for the week is the Hurt Business. I actually wrote an article about them, I want to say maybe a month ago, and I mean, full transparency, the article did not get very many reads, and I even got a comment from some random person on Twitter that said, oh yeah, whatever you say, because I titled it The Hurt Business is exactly what the WWE needs right now. And fast forward from that article, and that was proven to be true. What they've done over recent weeks is they've kind of taken us back to the old school factions and groups that just kind of stand tall, don't run, they don't run away when there's some adversity and there's another group kind of challenging them. They go right to the fight. And that's what I really enjoy about them. I also enjoy the fact that MVP is the head of this thing and he's the mouthpiece essentially, because what he's been able to do is he's basically resurrected the careers of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. And then he's also helped Cedric Alexander not feel stagnant and be able to showcase his talents as well. And I mean, when's the last time we've heard Cedric Alexander cut a promo? We heard that again on Monday night. So, I'm really excited to see what they do next, because what we've gotten thus far has been absolutely amazing. And that it just goes to show that if you give time to watch things really build and progress, they can get to this point. So I'm really excited to see what happens next with the Hurt Business.
Yeah, man, I agree. Look, I wasn't sure how to feel about that when the faction started, but they've got some momentum going now. Of course, they were on Raw Underground. They kind of took everybody out in Raw Underground, and they are building some momentum for sure. And they got hired to take care of Retribution, and they did take care of Retribution. Retribution kind of went down. I agree. Good moment. For me, my number 1. Well, I'm going to say, now it didn't end well, but I'm going to say Mickie James getting a title shot. I am a big Mickie James fan, always have been. I think she's one of the women who kind of pioneered a lot of the current things that are going on in women's wrestling. And so I am really, I'm really happy that she was able to get a shot. And really happy that she got the spotlight against Asuka, and so the match was going really well. And I absolutely love the match. I love the moves. There, maybe a couple little botches here and there, and things like that. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing her in it. I didn't enjoy the finish too much, but hey, again, I'm not going to dwell on that. It is what it is. Hopefully they'll turn that around into a storyline, because you've got that opening there. Whatever the finish was, whether it was a referee doing something, whether it was something going on, I don't believe. Yeah, Dave's fan says the ref screwed up. Yeah, that's the consensus. I don't think that it was anybody getting hurt or anything like that. But yeah, whatever happened, I hope that they turn it into a storyline. I hope they get Mickie more involved in some things because, look, the bottom line is, they're missing a lot of people. They're missing Charlotte. They're missing Becky Lynch. And their women's division is kind of just misses that little bit of an oomph to it. It just doesn't have that, Asuka's kind of trying to carry the load, and you had Sasha and Bayley. And of course, now that whole thing blew up. So really it's just, now it's pretty much just Bayley until Sasha comes back. This week she's supposed to, I think, be back. But yeah, I think, listen, a Mickie James coming back, and maybe she comes back mad. Maybe she comes back a little pissed because of what happened to her in the match. And maybe we get a fired up Mickie James, and I'm good with that. I am good with that. And that was my number one moment of the week. I'm really happy that they gave her that title shot. I knew there was no way she was winning. I had I knew there was no way she was winning that match. There's no way she was taking that belt off Asuka, but I still enjoyed seeing her in that match. So there you go. Tell us what your favorite moments of last week were. You can include tonight. Go right ahead and include tonight. I'll shout them out because, again, I did not see the shows tonight. I see some of you saying AEW was good tonight. So let us know. Shout them out in chat and let us know what your favorite moments of the week are. Dave's fan has one. When Nia put Lana through the table. Yes. Poor Lana. Always seems to get herself in situations where people just hate her. But hey, guys, she's doing her job, right? If you are hating her, she is doing her job. And I know she gets on a lot of people's nerves, but there you go. Bliss doing the Sister Abigail and Butterspark. Yes, absolutely. Huge moment. That was a cool one because we didn't see it coming. Nobody really saw it coming. People were kind of thinking something was going to go on. Of course, she came out. She had the braids, a little more braids in the hair. 4 braids now instead of just the one. So the hair keeps getting more and more braided every time we see Alexa. And we kind of figured maybe something a little screwy was going to happen, but we didn't see a Sister Abigail coming outside of the ring on Nikki Cross. That was awesome. And then, of course, she walked out of the ring down the aisle, all quiet and mesmerized as she has been, and just left the match like she didn't even care. So 6 braids, says Butterspark. Sorry, 6 braids. I didn't count them, but yeah. So there you go. They are adding up. And of course, the Alexa Bliss thing is going on. So Eric says AEW and NXT were both 7.5s. Don't deserve an 8 from me. Okay. All right. Sunny Wolf says NXT was an 8 out of 10. AEW was a 7 out of 10. All right. So, I haven't had a chance to watch either one of them. One of the things that could have made my list this week was, of course, Finn Balor. And Finn Balor obviously winning the title. I was really happy for Finn to see him get that belt. So happy to see that. Butter says it's increasing by 2 each week. Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep watching for that to see if that happens. There's a lot of those little things going around where people are saying that she's whenever someone says The Fiend or when Michael Cole mentions The Fiend, she kind of goes off into that weird trance. So I'm not sure. We'll have to keep an eye on that kind of stuff. We'll have to keep an eye out. Let us know what else. Jason Stoffer says Alexa slowly turning into Sister Bliss. There's that name again, Sister Bliss. We talked about that in Abby's. I would have loved to see Jody's reaction to Sister Bliss. Yeah, I don't think Jody's going to be too happy if that does happen. I agree. I thought Jax and Lana were friends. I guess twerking on TikTok together doesn't make you friends, but Nia betrayed her TikTok buddy. Yeah, TikToking maybe doesn't make you friends. Give me The Fiend versus Styles, says Dave's fan. Yeah, that would be something. We don't know what's going to happen, do we? I mean, we don't know where they're going to go with the Fiend stuff, where he's going to end up. I don't know that he would go after Styles, but you never know. You never know with wrestling. You never know which way or which direction it is going to take you. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Our 3 favorite moments of the week. Again, that's going to be something that we're going to do from here on out, and go through that in our show every week. Sunny says she's getting glitching. Yeah, I don't know, Sonny. I can't explain that because I didn't see it. I'm on my YouTube. I'm not seeing it now. I watch YouTube on my phone, so I am. Dave's fan says it's doing it too. I honestly don't know. I have no idea, man. I have no idea because again, like I said, I haven't seen it. So and C Wrestling was saying he hasn't seen it either. So I'm kind of guessing it's a YouTube issue or a YouTube problem. I am not sure what it is. I know YouTube has been screwy lately, so there are other ways to watch the show, guys. You can head over to Facebook and watch it there. You can head over to Twitch and watch it there if your YouTube is cutting out on you. I would imagine that it's annoying, but it's nothing that we're doing on our end. I have no idea what it could be. Rusty Shackelford has joined the chat. Rusty, welcome to you. Nice to see you, man. It's been a little while. Hope you are doing well. All right. So up next, we are going to, well, you know what? It's about that time. We've been telling you guys about this for a couple of weeks. We've been telling you guys about our sponsor, right? So this is officially the first show that we're going to talk about the sponsor. And yes, you can see it up there in big letters. The sponsor is Manscaped, yes, and we are so happy to be doing having a sponsorship by them. They've been very kind enough to send us some amazing things in the mail. We got some great stuff, and we'll mention that in a little bit. So let me tell you this: support for the Insiders is brought to you by Manscaped. Who is the best in men's below the waist grooming? Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for those family jewels. Yes, they obsess over their technology developments to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience. And I promised you guys last night we had a discussion about fruit in the chat, right? I was talking to you about fruit. Well, guys, you know I talk about taming the jungle, right? You know I talk about making sure the jungle is cleaned up. Well, sometimes when you're in the jungle and you're cleaning the jungle, sometimes you clip the coconuts. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you clip the coconuts. Well, if you guys have ever, yes, you know what I'm talking about. And sometimes, that happens. Look, it's happened to everybody. It's happened to all you guys. And if you say it hasn't, well, then you're lying, or else your jungle is in real bad shape. It's in real bad shape. But yes, you know what happens. Well, that's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team spent 18 months perfecting the greatest coconut hair trimmer ever created and just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0. Their third generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce coconut accidents thanks to advanced skin safe technology pioneered by Manscaped. When I tell you this is premium, I mean premium. The battery will last up to 90 minutes, so you can take a longer shave. The waterproof technology allows you to groom in the shower, so there you go. One of the coolest features is an LED light, which illuminates grooming areas for a closer, more precise trimming. They've also upgraded to a 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology, and let's not forget about a charging stand. Show your mower off loud and proud, because this design lets you do that. Waterproof also, and let's not forget, that charging stand. It's charged by USB. If you are listening to me speak right now, I want you to experience it firsthand for yourself. Trim those jungles. Get 20% off, free shipping with the code INSIDERS at manscaped.com. The women, the jungle, the coconuts will thank you. So there you go. Jeff, why don't you say a few things, man? I know you got that care package like I did, so why don't you say some stuff too?
I did, and I used it, and it's awesome.
There you go.
The last thing you want to do when you're trying to be aerodynamic is nick yourself, because I mean that's not fun for anyone. So,
it is not.
and I mean, I don't know how many people have nicked themselves before, but yeah, not cool, not cool at all. So I'm really glad that we're working with Manscaped, and hopefully this leads to a long, fruitful relationship. So not only can we continue to stay manscaped and aerodynamic and make the people in our lives happy. I'll leave that to you since that's not me right now. But hey, at least I'm getting in the practice of one day when I'm able to benefit someone because I'm happily groomed. That won't be a problem then. But hey, yeah, pretty exciting stuff. And I'll say this too. The different, like the lotion and the spray are amazing.
Yeah.
Like and it's, guys, we're most of us are adults here, so the ball deodorant is amazing. Gives you a nice cool feeling, especially after you use it after a shower. Is really cool. So but it's awesome. Like all of their stuff is awesome. And I'm gonna use the code myself to go buy some cologne and some other stuff because it's absolutely amazing. So you guys should too. Save 20% when you use our promo code. And yeah, let's guys, let's keep our jungles tamed. And for the ladies, if you want to give your guy a hint, just get him one of these. Just get him one of these packages. Get them one, they sell the performance package and all that stuff. Get them one of those. Get 20% off of that. You get the lawnmower 3.0 and everything in there. If you need to drop a hint to them, just buy them that, and that'll drop the hint. And I mean that's it. That's it. Like don't suffer. Don't suffer anymore, ladies. Like if you've been dropping hints and he just hasn't gotten it yet, then just buy him this stuff, save 20%, and say, listen, here you go. Use this. You'll make me happy. And that's all it is to it. So
there you go. There you go. So there you have it. Make sure that, again, guys in the chat, yes, use the code Insiders for our new sponsor. So, and again, yes, we're happy to be partnered up with them. So thank you for that. So, all right, on to the rest of the show, shall we? Butterspark, yes, 5-minute chat on balls. Yes. Yeah, hey, sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Your balls will thank you.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So, hello, Jennifer Carter. How are you? Welcome to the show. Nice to see you here. All right. So, we are on to our last ever, well, it may not be the last ever, but last for our show debate segment. So, because this is the last one we're going to do, we figure we'll give you guys full control over this. So we will let you guys choose what you want to have us talk about in the debate. Now, I will make one rule. Please, as per the new direction of our show, keep it positive. We're not going to bring up stuff where we're going to get people into an argument. That's probably part of the reason why we may not be doing this anymore, is because it technically can do that. Obviously, when you have debates, that's kind of what you run into sometimes. So that's not what we're going to try to do. So it doesn't have to be about wrestling. It could be about anything. But yeah. Let us know what you would like to hear us debate about. I think I got a few. Let me go. Hold on. Let me go to our Twitter because I think I did get a few of them in Twitter that people were nice enough to send us over. So let me go and check that. Give me 1 second. Bear with me here. Let's see. I think I did get a few. Let me see. I thought I got. someone had, there was actually a wrestling question out there, but no, Days fan, no war tonight, buddy. We're all peace, Days fan. We're all peace tonight. Trying to keep peace in the chat. So let's keep the peace, buddy. I know you're having some problems with school and this and that. So, but yeah, let's try to keep a peaceful, positive atmosphere tonight for the show. That's kind of what we're aiming for here. So, yes. I can't find it. Nah, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time. But anyway, yeah, let us know in the chat what you guys would like to hear us chat about. What would you like to hear us debate about? Well, here we go. Bork Flazer. Flazer. I hope I said your name right. Flazier. Should Brock go to AEW? I don't know. I mean, Brock is a big cog in WWE. There's no question about that. And I personally, I don't think Vince would ever let him go. So I'm going to say no. I don't think AEW. I mean, obviously, it would be a huge signing for AEW, but I don't see it happening. I can't in reality see it. So I don't think so. I mean, would he make the show better? Sure. Would it attract more viewers to AEW? Absolutely. Because of the name and because of the big name that Brock has. Yeah. I mean, it certainly could be. Jeff, what do you think? Would you like to see Brock change scenes?
No. I mean, I know it's cool to kind of fantasy book those certain situations, and I mean, I would really love to see him and Brian Cage or Lance Archer, but I don't think he should. I mean, unless he's just unhappy, but I don't think he should. I think he should stay where he's been and just kind of, finish out his career there.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, he's not going anywhere. If anything, he's going to be back with Paul Heyman at some point, I think. Maybe there'll be some sort of stable there, but which is better, the word bro or dude? I always like dude myself. I use that a lot still. I'm an 80s guy through and through, and I use dude a lot in daily conversation. So for me, it's dude, hands down. The bro word always was a surfer term for me, and that's exactly what Matt Riddle is trying to portray. Yeah, I always went with Jeff. Are you a bro guy or are you a dude guy?
I'm a dude guy through and through.
Yeah, me too.
Not a bro guy. Yeah, don't. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't call me bro. We can all live in perfect harmony. You can call me bro, and I can call you dude, and it's all good. But yeah, I'm more of a dude guy. I don't know. I think maybe it's just when I grew up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think maybe if you're older, maybe the word dude comes out a little more easily because we grew up in a dude generation. Let's talk. No, we're not talking politics, Gus. Absolutely, positively not. Not. There's things you just do not talk about on anything online. That is one of them. So absolutely not. Shake and baked chicken. Sonny, I haven't had a shake and baked chicken in ages, to be honest. My mother used to make it years and years and years and years ago. I can't, so I have not had that in a long time. Couldn't even tell you what it's like anymore. So I couldn't even tell you if it's any good. I don't remember it that fondly when I was a kid, so I don't know. I mean, it always came off to me, and this could be what it is. I think it's basically making like almost a marinade or breading for chicken if you don't want to make it ahead of time, right, Jeff? Yeah. That's
like breading. It's basically like breading, and it's like fried chicken that you can put in the oven.
There you go.
Essentially.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, no, I haven't had it in such a long time. I couldn't even comment on it. Let's see. What will be shown on part 2 to be continued of the Funhouse? That's a good question. I don't know. I'd imagine something with Bray and the two puppets. Of course, we saw him when we left with Vince and with Wobbly Walrus. Maybe there's going to be some back and forth going on with them. Maybe Wobbly's going to piss off Funhouse Bray. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I guess that's what's cool. I guess that's what's cool is the fact that we don't know what we're going to get because it's something new. We haven't seen this in a while. We haven't seen a new puppet introduced since the Funhouse began. So they're going kind of down a completely different path here. We could speculate as to what it's going to be, but I really don't know. We talked a little bit about it on Abby's, of course, what we think or what we're theorizing it's going to be. Butterspark, you tell us, what do you think is going to be shown on part 2? What do you think the continuation of the story is going to be? Let us know. C wants to know about Braun Strowman being on Raw Underground. Jeff, what did you think of Braun showing up on Underground?
I liked it. I thought it was different. It was unexpected, definitely. But I think, I kind of alluded to this Monday, I believe, but I think that this may be the first in the line of connecting the dots between people that the Fiend has faced and changed previously. So I think this is just laying the groundwork for some of that going forward.
Yeah. Well, listen, I will be very happy if they just find a place for Braun. I will be very happy if they find a place for him because do I think Underground's great? No. Look, it's getting at least we're seeing it expanding a little bit. We saw the some of the 4 horsewomen in there. If they kind of use it as that, I'm okay with it. I still think that it needs to be in different situations, different segments. I don't know, maybe a little bit longer. I'm not really sure, but look, as long as they find a place for Braun, I'm okay with it. I just don't want to see Braun buried. I like Braun, especially if they're seeing a lot of those shows that he's been on recently, talking about his past and talking about the conversations he's been having with Vince and things like that about how frustrated he was. I really want him to do well. I think he's a guy. I really think he's a nice guy from what I've seen. I think he's very down to earth, and I really just want to see him find his place. I've been saying on the show that I wouldn't be upset if they moved him to Raw, especially if they moved him over there and gave him something else to do. I kind of thought we were getting a character change, and I think Jeff thought that too with him, and maybe we still will. But I don't know. I don't know if that's still in the cards for him now that they put him in Underground. But I don't know. I'm just happy to see him getting something, and I hope that continues. Sean Flagstaff has joined us. He says, "I'm a dude guy." Yeah, I kind of think that it seems like a lot of people are dude guys. Yeah. Nails and NY is here. Hello to you. Welcome to the show. Sean Rousset is also here. So the Seans are coming in. Look at that. When crowds come back, I think Brock will be back. Yeah, very good point. I can't see Vince letting him go. He will be a WWE guy until he retires. I have no doubt that he will be staying in WWE. I just don't think Vince gives up on that. Brock is a money machine, and when the fans are there, he brings fans, and that's that. That is that. Let's see. Rusty saying, I want to see Dave's fan in Raw Underground. Well, there you go. There you go. That would be something, wouldn't it? Wrestling Dave's fan on Raw Underground. Yeah, no talking religion, politics, or Miro's expensive. Yeah. Of course, yes. We saw Miro arrive in AEW. We'll see where that goes. I really don't know. All I know is the guy is back into a wedding storyline. So that's a little ironic, isn't it? So we'll see.
Just a little.
We'll see what Miro does in AEW. Let's see.
Lord. What is this? Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
What is what?
This YouTube glitches. What exactly is it doing?
I think they're saying I don't know. I think they're saying that it's like loading, like it's looking like it's low. I have no idea, dude. I have no clue. It doesn't look like it's everyone because not everybody's telling us it's doing it. Just a few people. I don't know. I didn't see it. Like I said, I tried to look at it. I cannot see it. It's not coming on my YouTube. I didn't see it at all. Rusty says Wobbly Walrus will meet an untimely demise. to Mercy. I don't know. He might be kind of too big for Mercy to swallow, Rusty. I don't know. I don't think he'd be able to, I mean, when you think about it in real life, would a buzzard attack a walrus? Maybe a dead one. Buzzards do come and eat like dead animals, so maybe it would. I don't know. That'd be an interesting thing. I don't know though if Mercy's mouth's big enough to get his mouth over wobbly. Nail says, I don't like how Braun is always being called or is always called monster and being fear him despite him always getting beat in big feuds. But I also love that he was smaller than the Doorman. Yeah, that Doorman is huge. He is absolutely huge, man. That dude, who is he? Jeff, who is the Doorman for
his name is Jordan. Now, I'm going to butcher his last name, so I don't want to butcher it too bad. But he's been in NXT for quite some time.
Okay.
In training and developmental. So yeah, they're trying to get him to a point where he can
a little more attention.
Yeah, come in and make a big presence. But I mean, he's honestly done that, and I like the way that they're using him to be the doorman, because so many times people are talking about, holy crap, did you see this guy? I mean, he's such a huge focal point that people are automatically drawn to him. Yeah, Butterspart, you can put the name up there. I'm not even going to attempt to I'm just going to call him Jordan O or Big J, and that's it, because I don't want to butcher the man's name, because I don't want him to step on me. He's a good foot taller than me, so like almost a foot taller than me. So I don't want to make the man mad.
Was it Omagbahin? Okay. Yeah, he's a huge dude. Is he the same guy that was dressed as one of the ninjas when they had the whole... Oh, yes. Okay, all right. Now
yes, he was the giant ninja.
All right. Okay. Now we got it. So there you go. I would love Mercy for the rest of my life if he eats the walrus. Oh man, poor Eric. Eric's gonna have nightmares of walruses coming after him. Yeah. So yes, I do not know what all of that stuff is. C says 19 hours, 15 minutes until 2K. Yeah, 2K Battlegrounds comes out. It actually releases, I think, on the 18th. So, there you go. So it will be out by the end of this week. I'm pretty excited for that. I was saying, I think that's it's cool. Looks a lot like NBA Jam to me. And if it plays anywhere near it, I'm in. I love NBA Jam. One of my favorite games. Used to play in the arcade many, many years ago when arcades existed. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I want to see, with that, as always, I hope there aren't a ton of microtransactions, because a lot of times now these video games do that. When they know that you can't, when they're going to try to get you for some more cash, and they know that you're going to start off with a certain amount of superstars, but you're going to want the other ones. I hope that that's not filled with microtransactions. I hope you could win them. The other athletes, the other superstars, I hope you can win them, kind of like you did with the Fiend in the last 2K game, that you had to kind of go and climb that ladder in order to unlock him. I hope that's what it is. But we'll see. I'm leery, because there's so many games now that just have constant microtransactions, and I hope that's not going to be the case. Hope that is not going to be the case. Behen. Okay. All right. That's cool. Did we talk about Will Hobbs? No, we didn't. Will Hobbs is heading to AEW. Is that right? I think that was the story.
He signed an official contract with them. He had been on AEW Dark a whole lot, but now he's going to be officially signed, which is good, because he needed to be on Dynamite and not just Dark. So I'm really happy for him and this opportunity for him to have a chance to do that.
Oh, there you go, man. There you go. It's always good to see some of these people. Listen. I want to see Abaddon get called up. I really do. I really want to see Abaddon get called up. I think she deserves it. Her character is amazing, and to see that entrance on Dynamite would be. It would blow my mind. I would literally be watching to see her as many times as she could come on. I think she's doing a tremendous job, and I think they're pushing her on Dark too. So I would absolutely love to see her get called up, along with Miss Danny Jordan. Would like to see her get called up as well. Yeah. I think she's awesome as well. From the time I saw her on NWA. Speaking of NWA, they were back last night. They, of course, Nick Aldis retained his title. I think our friend Will Allday may have lost his match. I think that's what I read. And, of course, Camille from NWA has got the win as well. So yeah, there you go. I heard they were having some issues also. I heard that their streaming, Nick Aldis even addressed it, kind of apologizing to the fans, saying that, they were having some problems with their stuff as well and their stream as well. So, yeah, look, you know what? It's technical glitches, guys. It happens. This is the electronics age, and sometimes that kind of stuff just happens. And sometimes you just have to be a little bit patient with it, and it'll all kind of work itself out. A lot of this stuff is being operated by computer now. Not as many people working in a lot of these places, so you kind of run into this kind of thing. So, but yeah. So, yeah, hey, good to see some NWA people back. Again, I would never begrudge anybody from getting themselves out there, getting back into that spotlight. There's no indie stuff going on, so a lot of these guys really don't have anything to go to. They're not traveling constantly, so hey, to get in front of a camera, get yourself a little bit of exposure, and for the NWA people, I'm glad to see Nick Aldis and Camille getting their matches yesterday. So glad for them. And again, I've heard from our friend too, Dr. Robert Stinson has talked to me and has said that their focus is still NWA Power. That is not changing, and that when this all comes to an end and they can get fans back in that studio, they will go back to doing Power. So I look forward to that. Big fan of Power. Jesse Drew, hey, Jeff and Joe. Hello, Jesse. How are you? We hope you're doing well. Jessi Calynn saying, hey, everyone, welcome to the chat. Please remember to hit that like button on the podcast and subscribe to our channel if you have not already. I think last I checked, we're at 876. So 8696. So 24 subscribers to get 900. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Tell your friends. If you have friends that are wrestling fans and they don't know about us, make sure you tell them about us, and make sure you let them know about our channel and have them come over and subscribe too, so they can come and be a part of our show. Nail says he signed, but he's on Dynamite tonight and now tagging with John Moxley and Darby Allin. So excited for him. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. And you saw him in the Casino Battle Royale.
Yes. Now I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so he it's really a good chance, a good opportunity. And he's well deserving of it. So I'm really happy that he's gonna be there. And obviously as of tonight, now he's in a prominent storyline with some prominent names. So I mean, go ahead and put him right into the fold. So
awesome. Yeah. Jason Stoffer saying, I'm so happy for Thunder Rosa being in A. I don't know if they confirmed that. I know she's doing more things with AEW, so it could be very possible. We also heard that we heard some NXT stuff tonight too. Wade Barrett is now permanently on NXT. So, yeah, I mean, some good news for NWA, some bad news maybe for NWA is that they're losing some people. We saw Ricky Starks, of course, go to AEW. Now we're seeing maybe Thunder Rosa make the convert over there. And, of course, Wade Barrett now back in NXT. So, yeah, they are losing some people, which, and it's sad that has to happen. But, of course, again, like I said, I don't begrudge anyone going out there and trying to find themselves a job in this crazy time and crazy world we live in. And, yes, I'm thrilled for Thunder Rosa as well. She really deserves it. Let's see. Oh, I'd be remiss, too, if I didn't mention our friend from AEW, formerly of AEW, Pineapple Pete. Pineapple Pete was in Raw Underground on Monday, so obviously he has made the jump over to WWE. So Pineapple Pete is now no longer with AEW, and he has gone in the other direction. He was in Raw Underground. So there you go. We had our first defector from AEW going over the other direction, which is unusual. We haven't seen much of that. Jesse Drew says NWA. Yes. Jesse Drew says, yo, Wade Barrett news. Yes. I've got some bad news. Yes, maybe we'll hear that someday once again from Wade Barrett. Yeah, I love the fact that he's part of their announce team permanently now. So very, very cool for him. Nails said she watched Camille and the main event. Let us know how they were. I did not get a chance to see either match. I saw the results, but I did not get to see them. So, yeah, let us know how they were. Always cool, like I said, that we get to see some of the NWA guys. The stream was horrendous, but they said they would upload a new copy today. I haven't been back and looked, but, yeah, it was unwatchable. It's a shame. That is a shame. Yeah, Jesse says, I love the NWA. Yeah, we enjoyed it too. Like I said, I was a fan. Indies coming back slowly. Yeah, I mean, things are starting to kind of piece themselves back together. Now that we got NFL football starting up, I see that some of the teams are letting fans come in to a certain capacity to the football games. So it does look like things are trying to get back to normal, which is good to see. Good to see. It has been an absolutely crazy year. And someday we're going to reflect on it, look back at all this and be like, wow, we survived 2020. And yeah, I mean, we kind of got through this all together, didn't we? But yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see some things going back. Jesse says, everyone subscribe. Thank you, Jesse. Yeah, really appreciate that. Main event through the glitches were great. We had Maria and the insurance policy was renewed. All right. Well, that's cool. There it is. That's cool. Days fan, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that it's not, I don't know, because we're not hearing it from everyone. Again, if the whole chat was saying it, my friend, I would agree with you, but the whole chat is not saying it. So I don't know, dude. You might want to check your YouTube connection. And if you're getting a lot of problems here, go over to Twitch, go over to another stream and watch it there. I mean, I know you've jumped back and forth to different streams. So be our guest and do that. And then you wouldn't have the YouTube problems.
Facebook or Periscope
we're out there in different formats. So go and watch anywhere else. If you're having trouble in YouTube, go watch another stream on another medium. So there's always different ways to get around glitches. Zicky left but hasn't gone anywhere. Yeah, I didn't see him go anywhere, Nails. I know he has left NWA. He made that announcement, but no. As far as I know, he hasn't been signed. NXT, I do not know. Jeff and I both were busy, could not watch NXT or AEW tonight, so I really don't know. I don't know what the announcements were. So I'm not sure. What were Steven Regal's announcements? Let us know if you guys watched NXT tonight. What were the big announcements? Shotzi Blackheart. Yeah, I heard Shotzi had a good match. Shotzi's been all over the place. I've been seeing her she's been doing a lot of stuff on Instagram, and she's definitely been getting her name out there. So might be someone to watch. And I like Shotzi Blackheart. I love her Tank Girl thing. Again, comic straight out of the comic books, and I absolutely love that. And I again wish her all the best too. Very happy that she's getting a chance to show her talents and to be in the spotlight there. So that's awesome. Eric says, I like Stu, but his commentary isn't that good. He just doesn't have that excitement in his voice like Morrow's unique, Eric. He's absolutely unique. And yeah, I mean, I miss Morrow too. I don't know why he left, but if it was because of a lot of the of the stuff that he was having going on and the problems and the issues he was having, sometimes the best thing to do is just get away. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe that was what it is. So I don't begrudge him that. But yeah, Morrow is very different, very unique. And that's what I kind of liked about him. A lot of people didn't. like that about him. But again, I compared him to Joey Styles on ECW. Joey Styles is always excited, always with that crazy voice. Oh my God! We always got that from Joey Styles, and it was so exciting to listen to. And he was always crazy, and Mauro kind of reminded me of that a little bit. So yes, I like Mauro. Jessi says Thunder Rosa has put her time in, really deserves it. Yeah. A friend of mine listened to a coworker actually listened to an interview with her. I think it was last week. I'm not sure where it was on, but she was talking about the match at AEW, and then he listened to a lot of the stuff. And I had told her, I said, yeah, we had an amazing interview with her, and I listen. I think she's tremendous. I think she really fought hard, and for where she is, and like you said, she has put the time in. Yeah, I totally agree. And that match was amazing. That match was a show stealer for sure. Best match of that pay-per-view, I think, anyway, hands down. I love Pineapple. Yeah, Pineapple Pete. Hey, he wrestled Jericho, man. People are like, who's Pineapple Pete? He wrestled Jericho. So, yeah. Let's see. Camille was super strong, but Monroe gave her a good fight, targeting her shoulder, but she was just too powerful. Oh, my gosh. Camille is an absolute beast. Have you seen, Jeff, have you seen her? Have you seen her pics on Instagram?
Not on Instagram, but I've seen a lot on Twitter. I know she's kind of scaled back on Twitter, but I know she's shredded right now, and she's getting ready for a bodybuilding competition, so she is absolutely just shredded.
Good luck to her, because man, oh man, yeah, she is. Wow, she has really been her. Yeah, I agree, Jeff. That's a great word. Shredded is an absolute great word. I can't really describe it any other way, but yeah. Look, I again love Camille. I loved. We got that piece about Camille back when the NWA was kind of going away during COVID. We saw that whole it was maybe 15 minute clip about her and where she came from and how she got there. If you haven't seen that, go check that out on the NWA's YouTube page. It was really cool. And getting to see that and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that. EPW show. That is Conrad saying, what's up, guys, on Periscope? How are you, Conrad? Hope you are doing well, my friend. Yeah. So, yeah, nice to see you, man. I hope you are enjoying the wrestling week as we have. Nick and Mike was good. Maria tried to make Mike cheat, and he wouldn't, and he lost by KO because he passed out from not tapping. Okay, that sounds like a weird. Well, of course, Maria was there. Yes. By the way,
yes.
By the way, speaking of Maria and Mike, we are getting a sequel. Talking Shopomania 2 was announced today. Oh man, you can't. That made my day. That absolutely made my day. Somebody, I can't remember who, but somebody, James Chadwick. I think James Chadwick was the first one I saw it from, and then I think Nails shared it. Well, I am so happy that happened. Me and Jeff were talking about that when that ended the last time, saying they really need to do another one. I didn't think it would be this soon. I kind of thought it would be next year, maybe around WrestleMania time. But man, dude, and it is on Friday the 13th. Can that get any better? It's on my favorite day. I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait for that. I know it's going to be on the same night as SmackDown, and I don't even care.
It's going to be at 10 o'clock that night.
Yep. So, well, there you go. It's going to start right after SmackDown. So
right after SmackDown. Oh, and by the way, Sex Ferguson has challenged Chad Too Bad to not an eye for an eye match, but a ball for a ball match.
Oh, God.
So we go from boner yard to balls. So.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. And Nails will tell you. If you haven't listened to our stream for that, listen to it, because I think Jeff and I could not stop laughing the entire time. That was so much fun. So much fun. I cannot wait to do it again. I cannot wait. And we will be streaming it again without a doubt. Without a doubt, we will stream that on Friday the 13th of November. So don't forget to join us for that. If you want to hear two grown men laughing hysterically, that is what we will be doing. And you will too. Trust me, for those of you who did not watch, you will absolutely enjoy that. That is absolute hilarity.
Hey, Joe, you want to talk about a masterful segue?
Yes, segues. Love it.
Nels and NY says, hey, maybe they should use Manscaped before that match. I know a code they could use.
Yes, yeah, they should. Yes. Segue. I love the word segue. I've been using segue a ton lately. I think my co-host of the 80s, Ed, started me on segue, and then all of a sudden I just use segue now for everything. It's such a cool word. Segue. It's like weird. It's like one of those like weird, like maybe like French kind of words, like segue. Yeah, segues are awesome. Camila's doing a bodybuilding show. Props to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Props to her wrestling through that regime. She must be exhausted quick. Yeah. Well, I could definitely see her doing that without a doubt. If anyone wasn't here for the last stream of Talking Shopomania, yes, yeah, you guys have to really come and join us for that. You have to come and join us for that. It was so much fun. And look, I know it's an adult only thing. It is definitely not. It is definitely not PG-13.
No.
It is for it's probably 17 plus. I'm saying on that. I'm saying a 17 plus pay-per-view. They do use a lot of language, and they do have a lot of references. So if you're planning on joining us, just remember what you are getting. That is we can't wait for that. That's going to be so amazing. Obviously, we have Impact's next pay-per-view coming as well, which is shaping up to be really good. Can't wait for that one also to arrive in October. And we have a WWE pay-per-view coming up in just 11 days. 11 days to Clash of Champions, and we're getting some matches set up for that. Of course, we have Roman and Jey Uso. We have Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, and we'll see. I mean, is Randy going to show up? Are they going to make that a three-way? Is that going to be Keith Lee, Randy, and Drew? We'll see. We will see. Jesse's talking about shredded cheese. We're back to food. We always go back to food in the chat. Does anyone else so good? Oh yeah, use shredded cheese all the time. I like it. Yeah, tacos. I do like roll-ups and stuff with lunch meat and shredded cheese. Yeah, good stuff.
And shameless plug here, but for those of you who don't know, Jessi is my tag team partner on our horror movie podcast, Movies to Be Murdered By. And this week we are covering The Fan, starring Wesley Snipes.
Oh, what a great movie.
And Robert De Niro.
Oh my God, what a great movie that is. I have seen that so many times.
Yeah.
That is a tremendous movie. I love it. You know what I think my favorite part is in that? When he's driving in the truck and the Rolling Stones are playing, and I don't know why I like this part so much, but you just hear him and he's singing so badly, and he's trying to sing the song "Shattered" by the Stones, and he's like "Shadoob," and you just hear him go "Shattered," and he just sings, and I'm like, oh, that movie is fantastic. I love that movie. If you haven't seen it, yes, Wesley Snipes. I was right around the Blade time, I think, too, wasn't it? When he was like really.
That was a little before. That was right after his initial appearance in Major League, and right before Blade. I want to say that was like 2 years before Blade, because I think Blade was either 98 or maybe it was 97. I don't know for sure, but
okay.
But yeah, that was right before he hit it real big with Blade, I believe.
Nice. Wesley Snipes was awesome in Blade. One of the first,
and Benicio del Toro. That's right, Butterspark.
Yeah, Yeah, that was I'll tell you what, that was one of the first, like one of the pioneer superhero films before we started the whole thing that we've got going now. Blade was one of the early ones, along with The Crow, along with of course the early 90s ones. So like when the first Spider-Man film came out with Tobey Maguire, the early X-Men films came out in the 90s as well. So yeah, Blade is one of the first and one of the R-rated superhero films. Yeah, so there you go. But yeah, I like Blade, big fan, and I think they're gonna. I want to say I think they're redoing it, or remaking Blade somehow. I know Marvel announced it. They got the actor from Black Panther. I can't remember. Not, I'm sorry, not Black Panther. From Luke Cage, the Luke Cage series that was on Netflix.
Yeah.
They got the actor that was in Luke Cage that played the villain in the whole first half of the season, which made the first half of the season tremendous, by the way. And they got him to play Blade. So yeah, really, really happy for that. That ought to be awesome. Butterspark loves The Crow. Yeah, me too. One of my favorite films. One of my favorite movies. I say this all the time. We've been at, we're always telling Sunny she needs to watch it. If you haven't read the book, do so. Because it's a little different than the movie, especially the ending. But it's that book is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The artwork in it is tremendous. James O'Barr, one of my actual favorite comic book artists. Willie Mays Hayes. Yes. Major League. Man, I love that movie. That's a classic. That's an absolute classic. Let me see if I can do this. Give him the heater. Give him the heater. Yeah, I love that film. Absolutely love that film. Charlie Sheen, and what a cast. What an amazing cast they had. So good. So good. Sunny, yeah, he still hasn't watched The Crow. I'm disappointed. Narnia 1 and 2? You're going to compare? Oh, that doesn't even compare.
How many months ago did we tell Sonny to watch The Crow?
Come on, you gotta watch The Crow. Just a bit outside. Yes, Bob Uecker, baby. The Uke, Bob Uecker.
Oh man,
so good.
Yeah.
That movie's tremendous. Another great film. Oh man. Yes. Hey, Bobby! Yeah, that's from The Fan. Yeah, great movie. I love that movie. It's so good. I haven't seen it in a while. I was one of those movies that they used to have on a lot. They used to show it on TV all the time.
All the time.
I used to see it, and now it's kind of disappeared. You don't see it as much anymore. The rights for these films go to different places, and then they they're gone for a while. You don't see them and stuff like that. Butterspark says, it can't rain all the time. Boy, nothing speaks better to 2020, does it? Can't rain all the time. Yeah, so true. So
very true.
So true.
Days fan, come on, dude. The Crow is not terrible. It's a classic.
Oh, come on. Yeah, dude.
The Crow is awesome.
Days fan, why must you always be so negative?
Are you just a contrarian? Like, do you just like being a contrarian? You know what, Joe? I figured it out.
Go ahead.
It's the same thing that we discussed last night. Uncomfortable underwear.
Oh, that's it. We figured it out. We figured it out. Yes. Yep. See?
So, Days fan, if you use our promo code Insiders,
you can get yourself some comfortable boxers, buddy.
Yes, they're amazing. They are amazing. They will change your life, buddy. So,
oh man!
And you know what? If you watch The Crow in your new Manscaped boxers, you'll have a newfound appreciation for it.
There you go.
Guaranteed.
Eric says he doesn't watch horror movies because I get scared. I could see that, Eric. I could see that. You've got the walrus thing going on. I could kind of see that. Yes. Yeah. The only one I watched was It and It 2, but they weren't. Yeah, the new It wasn't really. I watched the first part. I didn't even watch the second part because I heard it wasn't all that good. But I did watch the first part, and to be honest, I kind of think that the original, the TV one, was they used a lot of CGI. Of course, the TV show didn't have that kind of budget, so they couldn't really use a lot of the CGI and stuff like that. But I don't know. Sometimes that makes it better, and I think that still, the clown to me, he was creepy, yes, because he talked so soft like this, and it was really creepy when he talked. So yeah, but listen. I still love Tim Curry. I still love Tim Curry, and I love Tim Curry and the you know what Tim Curry sounded like when he was it. He sounded like the guy who smokes way too much. And he's like 40, 50, 60 years old. You know, he's later in life and he's smoked all his life. And he's like, "Hey, Georgie, come over here and see me, Georgie." It doesn't he? Like he just sounds like that smoker, that lifetime smoker. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean you can just tell that he's like elbow deep in Marlboro Reds.
Yes.
I mean like the old school, like the old Marlboros, and yeah.
Yeah. Conrad says no more cotton drawers. Yes.
Yes. No more cotton draws.
Yeah, man, Dave's fan. You gotta go out there, buddy. Get yourself. So yes, the graphic novel is long, Jessi, but it's really, really worth the read. It's really, really good. Really, really, really good. I often read that. And I'm listening to the soundtrack from The Crow, which is tremendous, by the way. One of my favorite movie soundtracks. And I'm not even a big 90s music guy, but a lot of that music, that the industrial stuff they were doing on there, and just it went along so well with that movie. And that's what I do. I'll start it at the beginning of the soundtrack, and I'll read the book along with the soundtrack, and it is amazing. They all float down here. Yes, Butterspark. Yes, scariest movie, Child's Play, because I had my buddy or Nightmare on Elm Street. My buddy. Oh yeah, the doll. My buddy. Yes, that doll.
Yep.
No doubt. There is no doubt that Chucky was made because of my buddy. Yes.
Absolutely. I had one, and after watching that, I did not play with it again. And my parents were pissed. They were like, "You begged for this thing."
Yep.
And now all of a sudden you don't want to play with it. Is it because you watched that stupid movie? And my simple answer was, yes, mother. That is exactly why I don't play with it. Because I don't want to die. So yes, that's exactly why I don't play with my buddy anymore.
There you go. Yes, my buddy. And yes, they did make a kid sister as well.
Yes.
One of my scariest movies, says Rusty, was Wrong Turn. I won't even stop for gas in West Virginia anymore.
Dude, right. Right there with you.
Yeah. Oh man,
and I got to make that drive soon. So.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, Jeff, don't stop for gas in those the rundown, beat up gas stations.
No.
Yeah. That was a lot of those movies are very genre-ish. Of my goodness, what was that movie they made in the 70s with Burt Reynolds? Deliverance.
Yeah.
Deliverance. A lot of those come, I think, from Deliverance. They just make them a lot creepier and a lot scarier. But yeah. Jeff will be seeing Chucky again everywhere now.
Last time I brought that up, we started seeing GIFs and memes everywhere. So I apologize in advance.
It's all good. Hey, it's all good. Horror GIFs are fun. Conrad says, I want to see Tusk. Hard to find now. Oh, yes.
We'll see. Let me look and see if it's on a Prime Video real quick, Conrad.
Jesse Drew just searched for Mama. Oh yeah, I've seen that movie. I've seen Mama. I watched I think I watched like 3/4 of it. I wasn't a big fan. Didn't do a lot for me. Butterspark, that is a classic. The Duel. Oh. Man, that is a classic movie, dude. That is one of Steven Spielberg's first, if not his first film. That is an absolute classic. And you know what? I didn't see that. That came out. Oh my goodness, I think that's from the 70s. It might be even early 70s. But that movie is wonderful cinema. Because it's just you never get a resolution to that. Like the man's being chased by this driver in this beaten down old rusty truck, and you never really know why. Like you don't get any answers to it either. The movie ends and you have no clue why the dude was doing it. So a lot of they made a lot of other car movies over the years. The movie The Car came out in the late 70s, which was kind of like a possessed car, and then of course Christine from Stephen King. But with the Duel, you never really know why that dude was doing. Like, he passed him on the road, and yeah, he just may have pissed the guy off, and maybe that's why he kind of came after him in the truck and everything like that. But you never really knew why. That was a great film. Absolutely great film. There's a book out for that, and I was meant to read the book because I was kind of hoping that it would go into more detail and you kind of would get to know who the person in the truck was. But I kind of am thinking that they probably never really meant for you to. But yeah, that's an amazing movie. Absolutely amazing. Great shout. Jessi said, I used to get scared of horror movies. Joe and Jeff, fun fact, Chucky was inspired by real life voodoo doll Robert. Oh, okay. All right. Sonny says she watched The Duel in English class. I loved it. I absolutely loved that movie. And again, I didn't see that until recently. Dennis Weaver was in that. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Kevin Smith is wild. Yes, Kevin Smith is wild. I still watch his Fat Man on Batman show every single week. I think it's on either Thursday night or Friday night. I still watch it. They've still been doing it right through COVID. Half the time Kevin Smith has been in the treehouse. Jeff, in the treehouse.
Yeah.
Before he does that.
Yeah. in the treehouse or in the cloud, as we say from time to time. He's been up there a little bit, enjoying his herbal refreshments.
Yes, he has.
And I truly believe that he was really, really enjoying his herbal refreshments when he wrote Tusk. Because the whole character that Johnny Depp has in that movie is just like a big middle finger to the police presence in horror movies. It's so funny. Like, it is hilarious. So if you get a chance to check it out, please go check it out.
Butterspark says the Duel inspired Breakdown and Joyride. The Duel inspired a lot, like I was saying, a lot of movies. If you never saw the 70s movie I mentioned called The Car, watch it. Good view. It's like I said, they pretty much took that from The Duel and also Jaws. But they made a car, a possessed car, basically like Jaws, where he would just go and kill everybody. But yeah, Breakdown. Joyride's also good. The very first Joyride with Rusty Nail. Yeah, great film. I like that a lot as well. And again, that got odd for me because the end of that film, you finally, well, at least you think. So you think you finally see what he looks like, but then in because they made sequels afterwards, and the dude in the end of the first one looks nothing like the guy who ended up being the actor who played, which, by the way, the actor who played Rusty Nail played Jason Voorhees in Freddy vs. Jason. So there you go. But yeah, he looked nothing like him. So I don't know whether they never felt that it was ever going to have a sequel and they didn't kind of plan for it. And they just used a different actor. But the dude at the end of that was very big. He was a big man. While Ken Kurtzinger, who played Jason, is tall. He's very tall. He wasn't big. And the dude at the end was very big. But that was a good film. Another very good.
Hey Joe, we have we've got a Calynn Corner.
Yes, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that because we're getting late here. So let's do that. I lost track of time because we're chatting about movies. Jessi, yes, let's go, Jessi. It is that time of the evening for Calynn.
It's already on the screen for you.
She already popped it up. Look at that. All right, here we go. How do you find Will Smith in the snow? You look for the Fresh Prince. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Jessi has her own banner. There you go. Oh, the Fresh Prince. I love it. I was just watching Will Smith last night. Speaking of a movie, should you have a second one? What? Yes. What?
Bonus.
Jesse Drew says Deliverance is terrifying. Yes. Yeah, that was terrifying more because of the fact that it could have happened. Which made it a little bit terrifying. Yes, I agree. Butterspark says 11 out of 10. She's got another one. Rusty said, oh my God, best one yet. Thank you, Jessi. Oh man. Jessi, another. We're going to get two for the price of one on Calynn Corner.
Not only does she get her own banner, but we kind of have some theme music. So I'm trying to get it pulled up right now. So,
Oh, listen to that. That's very jovial. Very jovial music from Jessi Calynn's Calynn Corner. Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Well, let's get the second joke, Jessi. Come on now. You can't tease us like that. Come on. Get the second joke out. We're almost done for the night. Anyway, guys, I will preview the rest of the week with you right after Jessi gets us her second joke. Here it is. Here it is, Jeff. Ready?
Uh-huh.
I went to a really emotional wedding the other day. Even the cake was in tears. Oh, yes.
Oh,
10.5
man.
out of 10 says Butterspark.
I still gotta get my my joke drum there, but yeah, that was amazing.
That was awesome. Oh, there you go. Look at that, Jessi. Where else can you go? Get your own banner, get your own music. How cool is that, right? Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the show. I think, again, I could see the chat having fun. We saw the chat having fun on Impact last night. We saw the chat having fun on Abby's. Good. Because, honestly, that's what I want. Rusty's crying. Rusty's bawling right now. Jessi's got, what? Another one?
Whoa, we are lucky.
Dude, really? She's going to get us another one, guys. She's not done. She's not done yet. We got one more. Dave's fan says, great stream. Thanks, buddy. No, Rusty, if you cry, I cry. Now everybody's crying. No, don't do it. He's crying with fun. There you see our schedule up on the board. Monday, Abby's Window. Tuesday, Impact Wrestling. Yes. And if you haven't joined us for Impact, man, you guys are missing out. Wednesday, our podcast, which is today. Friday, Hot Tag. I think Hot Tag is going to be tomorrow. At least it's looking that way. We're going to have Hot Tag. What is the topic of Hot Tag this week, Jeff, while we're waiting for Jessi's third joke?
Jimmy Hart. We're going to be discussing the mouth of the South. That's right.
Oh, that's awesome. I love Jimmy Hart. There's an impression I could never do. Absolutely. And I wouldn't even try. There's no way I could get that high-pitched Southern no way. Mm-mm. No way. I wouldn't even try it. Jimmy Hart. Oh, so good. Rusty says, I've missed these so much. That Calynn Corner. Days fan. Someone sold my Microsoft Office and they're going to pay. Oh, that's the joke. Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh.
All right, ready? Someone stole my Microsoft Office, and they're going to pay. You have my word. Oh, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word. Look at that. Oh, my goodness, Jessi, with three jokes. I'm honored. 3 jokes.
Where's Eric's joke? We apparently missed an Eric.
We missed a joke by Eric. Let's scroll up in the chat and look, shall we? Use my joke, he says. I'm going up. I think the joke I overshadowed by the Manscaped ad, but buy yours at manscaped.com. The joke I overshadowed by them. Was that it? Or was that just you talking about? Oh, wait, where is it? 50-50. Where the heck is it? How far up in chat did we miss here? Eric, no, you're talking about the horror films. No, that's going back too far. Was that it? Was the Manscaped thing it?
Please retell your joke,
Eric. Yeah, retell
please.
it. Yeah, retell it.
We want to give it some love.
I must have missed it. Anyway, while Eric is looking for that, let us get to the end of the show here because we're getting upon Billy Idol time. In the midnight hour, she cried, Mo. Yes, it's getting to be the midnight hour. So Yes, so Hot Tag with Jimmy Hart, that will be tomorrow. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are not going to be on, or nothing going on this weekend because obviously Jeff has his big movie he's got to make. So that will be Big Boy Dally. Hello, Big Boy Dally. Good night to you. I didn't even know you were in the chat. Were you lurking? So yes, and then of course next Monday we'll be back with Abby's Window, and then next week we are heading to a pay-per-view. Next week we'll be heading up to Clash of Champions. We will be streaming Clash of Champions also. So make sure that you join us for that if you would like to. Okay, here we go. Did you hear about the kidnapping at that school last year? Don't worry. He woke up. Oh, don't worry. He woke up. I get it. Oh, my goodness. Well, there you go. See, not only do we bring the favorite wrestling stuff, we bring all that, and we bring the end of the debates with everybody talking some movies, talking this, talking that. We bring that, and now we're bringing the jokes. We're bringing the funny. So there you go. Oh, man. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Really, really, really appreciate it, as we always do. If you have not done so, please go and hit that like button. Smash that like. Share the video with some others. If you have friends that don't know about us, please share the video. And subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. We're getting very, very close, inching up to that 900 subscriber mark. And then, man, we've got 100 to go to hit the 1,000. 100 to go to hit that big 1,000 number. That's crazy, absolutely crazy. So, I hope you guys
877 right now. 877.
Okay. All right. Like I said, we're inching up there. Good night, Jessi. Thank you for joining us. Sweet dreams to you all. Thank you so much for joining us again tonight. Really, really appreciate you coming out and having a good time with us. And we hope you enjoyed the new format, the new segment we have. We're still working on the rest of the format of the show because obviously we've got to replace our debate segment, and we will. We'll have something else for you when we get back to down the road. Jeff gets his move done and gets settled and everything like that. We'll come out with some different stuff for you on the shows after this. So yes, make sure you hit up the Manscaped thing if you are thinking about doing stuff like that and trimming the jungle. Get out there and use our code Insiders on Manscaped. And that is it, guys. Thanks again for coming out. Thank you all. And again, stay safe. Have a great rest of your evening and a great rest of the week. Enjoy SmackDown on Friday, obviously, and we'll be excited to see what we're going to do that. Make sure you join Hot Tag tomorrow night and hear all about Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart. I'm guessing, Jeff, same time, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, 6 o'clock tomorrow.
All right, so there you go. 6 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart on Hot Tag with Brandy and Jeff. So make sure you join that. And I will talk to you guys next Monday on Abby's. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you soon.